I tell my inner child I'm sorry for everything you had to go through. It started as a child. I wish that I was stronger in situations that I had to go through. I'm trying to press it now. What's up, you guys? It's Tu today, and we're on the podcast Talkz With Tu. It's the first episode, and I got Miss Indy here from Surface Level Conversations and Bosses and Brunches interviewing me today on my platform. Hey. Did you miss me?
I did miss you. I missed you just a little bit. A tad bit. You know, just about that much. She forgot to tell y'all it's God is to you if you don't know me. But everybody else can call me Indy.
Indy. God is to you.
Yeah. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Feels refreshed in here. I'm ready to talk.
You ready to talk?
I'm ready to talk.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Is there anything that's off limits?
No.
Oh!
No. This Talkz With Tu. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Talkz With Tu. So let's go ahead and start off with, where did you come up with Talkz With Tu?
So I came up with Talkz With Tu from my artist name, Intutai the artist, y'all. I changed my brand. I changed my whole persona, to match with what I got going on. So I'm like, what's easy? You know how some people call me K, K Savage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Tu is more simple and more easy. It's Tu. Same thing as K. It's Tu. So I'm like, thinking of a podcast name, and I remember I was texting you about it, and we were trying to figure it out. And I'm just like, I'm gonna do Talkz With Tu.
Yeah, because I came up with some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It's okay, though. You didn't tell me. See what type of person you is. You supposed to be my friend, my sis. You ain't even telling me, like, yeah, that's a little out there, India. But you know how I am. So it's okay.
I feel like the name is simple. Like, it's something simple. They can remember it. Because if they don't want to go all the way and call me Intutai, just call me Tu.
Yeah, because, I know that you had a little controversy behind that name. So where did it come from?
It is my soul name. That's who I am at a soul level. Without going too deep and too spiritual, it means intuition. Like, me as a person, I have a real good intuition. So it's like Intutai. And how I came up with changing the brand, like, shout out to Click Tight Circle, shout out to Kari, because I was real, like, we was trying to find something, it was K Savage. We wanted to make Savage more positive. I've been going around to the schools, talking to the kids, and it's just like, I don't know. Like, I feel like K Savage didn't align with me no more. Like, I just dropped my single, Inner Child, and you know what I'm talking about and what I'm pushing. So I've been going around telling my testimony. It's just like, I came up with the name K Savage when I was 15. I wasn't really sure about music at that point. So it was just something that I was doing as a hobby. But now that I'm serious about it, it's like, I got to do things with intention. So I came up with Intutai. It's rare. It's one of one.
It is.
You look it up on Google, you ain't like right now. You'll just see me popping up. A lot of people had K Savage. Maybe they spelled it different. It's so and so Savage. So I wanted to just be different.
I got you.
And yeah, I had a lot of controversy, but one thing I had to realize, I'm doing it for me.
Right. And when you're doing something for you, then everything is in alignment. With everything being in alignment, everything follows. So I feel like like I told you before, I feel like that you made the right choice. I know that you had those one-offs with these people who basically
claim they for the people, but
then have a lot to say, but don't have nothing to say at the same time.
At the same time, because that's when I realized my target audience is different. Like, my music sets me apart from the industry. So it's like, I understand the people that are in the industry and they are pushing a certain agenda, but that don't mean I gotta follow that certain agenda. So to me, this was 100% personal. Like, didn't care about the business, nothing, because as long as I continue to be me, what's for me is gonna be for me.
It is. I don't feel like you're a savage anymore. We're not doing the.
Yeah, we ain't.
I'm
doing,
a savage.
Yeah, we ain't doing none of that. Like, we
promote,
bougie, ratchet. We promote mental health.
Yes.
We giving
and helping
testimonies.
a lot of these. You're helping a lot of people. I know you had said something about that too. Like, you're going around to a lot of different schools. We got you started into that.
Okay, so it started at John Early. I was there supporting local artist, Tula Bree. Shout out to him because he really paved the way for a lot of this stuff to happen. I was just there supporting him. You know, it was Kwani Cash, it was Buck, it was him. They all had their exhibits in the museum. So I'm just there supporting. The kids had ended up coming up to me like they already knew me and listened to my music. So I'm just like, dang, like this crazy. So at that point, everybody at John Early want to know what I do and who I am. So shout out to the principal at John Early, Miss E. She had actually reached out to me. I talked to her there and told her that I wanted to come in, but she had reached out again after I had left. She got her grandchild to reach out to me on Instagram and to invite me to the school. And you know, they gave me my own classroom, and I talked to about 400 students in 3 days.
And that's good.
Yeah, just telling my story, playing trauma. Like, it was crazy. It was something new for me because I'm not used to speaking.
Right.
At all. So, you know, the more that I go into the schools and start talking, it starts to become easier because I can just come in there and be myself. Like, I can't even lie to you. Before that, I'm trying to write down a plan of how things going to go and what I'm going to say because I think I had 30 minutes for each group. But it just came out naturally, and I find it easier for me to play my music first, then give the backstory of the lyrics because you know that helps me because I'm always telling the story. And then Miss E was like, "How would you like your own exhibit in the hallway in John Early?" So that was a big accomplishment for me, and it made me feel good because those kids walk through the hallway
and they see that all the time.
Like my plaque is in there with 1.2 million. My jacket, my custom jacket is in there. Some baby pics, my microphone, my keyboard, like a lot of my essential stuff is in there. So, you know, that's how it started. And then after that, other schools and, you know, programs started seeing me and started reaching out. So I've been in John Early. I've been to Haynes. Shout out Warren Cash. He did that. He bagged that assist for Haynes. Shout out Miss Stewart. I think she from Jared Baxter. She invited me to her church.
Right.
And shout out to Youth Changes in Jerry Baxter. They invited me to the field day.
Yeah.
So it's been great.
You're doing something very positive. And you said that they see you, but I feel like they hear you too. Yes. So with that being said, let's get into the hear you portion of it. So you have a lot of stories to tell.
Right. A lot.
I feel like you started off with telling about trauma. Correct. Right. So what's the backstory on that?
So trauma, like you talking about the song Trauma?
Correct, yes.
So trauma, the backstory is everyone knows. Last year, I got shot in both of my legs being an innocent bystander at a video shoot. And I'm here. I survived. But mentally, physically, emotionally, it messed with me. So from that point on, when I got shot, I just knew that I was finna make something. I just didn't know what it was at the moment. But I'm making trauma on crutches in my grandma's bedroom. No studio, no nothing because I didn't want to come out, but it affected me mentally. So physically, I was fine because I started walking 2 weeks later. Yeah. But physically and emotionally, it was terrible.
Mentally and emotionally.
Yeah, mentally and emotionally. So I honestly... You know, I turn pain into passion. Music is my number one. That's how I cope. You know, I'm an artist. I talk about everything I go through. That's my therapy session. One of them. You know, it works to a certain extent, but that's when trauma came about.
Only work to a certain extent.
Yeah, because it's not everything. Like I can lay something down on the track.
Trust me, it's definitely not everything. If no one else knows, I know.
So I just basically wanted my listeners to place themselves at the scene with trauma. Like I had the news report playing in the beginning. Like I needed people to know this is real because I watched a lot of people, you know, get shot and die after my incident. So it did something to me mentally. Like I lived. Like what's my purpose? Why am I still here? So fast forward now, I see what my purpose is. I was supposed to be here.
You was. You were supposed to be here and be able to tell different stories, keeping children and I would say children, teenagers out of the position of being in danger. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, it was definitely a wrong place, wrong time situation, but I learned so much. I felt like I needed it. Like as bad as the situation was, like I'm fine, I'm okay. Some things didn't go in my favor as far as getting justice for what happened to me. But one thing my mentor told me, just because it doesn't it's not appearing to what you feel like justice is, like what you think it look like, don't mean you're not getting it. Because karma is real.
Yeah, it is.
So shout out to Miss Kara. She taught me that. And from that point on, I've been fine. And it's the fact that I got shot by minors. I do know that. So so that's why my words to the youth is powerful, because it's more than that. Like, come on now, 15, 17-year-olds shooting an innocent person. It could have went the other way. So man, now it's just all about letting y'all know, like, this ain't the life. This ain't it.
It's not, and that's true. Like that's kind of touching to me, because you know I have a 15-year-old son. But anybody who meet my son, they know he ain't even
right in
it's
that
all
type
about
of
what
environment.
It's all about how you raise your kids and how you teach them, and that's crazy. But I feel like that you're on the right path of that. So you're in the, instead of the why me, it's like why not me stage.
Right. At first, it was why me. It was definitely why me. But now, like, I'm thankful for it, because I'm more strong, like, I'm more wiser, I'm making decisions, I'm in environments where I need to be, like, I control who I want to be around, where I want to be at. And it wasn't like that at first. Like, I was around a lot of people that was in the streets and, you know, doing music, rapping, engineering. That's the agenda. Like, everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to
be in the
guns.
streets.
So I lost so many customers that I engineered gun violence. They was so good and talented, but they couldn't leave the streets alone.
Yeah.
Like, long live Dre, baby, Key, Q, like, all them. It's just like, man.
And if they ain't gone, they in jail.
Exactly. Exactly. So something got to change. Something got to give, and somebody has to speak up, which is why I'm starting this podcast, because, you know, not knocking nobody else's podcast, because everybody talk about what they want to talk about.
Right.
But for me, this is what I'm pushing. This is my mission, because if don't nobody else do it, I'm going to do it, and I got the story to back it up. Yeah. So I'm living proof.
You sure is. You definitely living proof. So let's talk about it. So this podcast is more about mental health. Right. So it's about awareness to a lot of different things. So you just came out with a song.
I did. It's called Inner Child.
Yes. So with Inner Child, you told a story.
I did.
Through that rap.
I did.
So that's bringing a lot of awareness to a lot of things. There's something that's called Me Too, you know? So it's the Me Too awareness, basically, that you did throughout your song, but in your own way. And that's basically what this podcast started off of, was that particular awareness. So let's talk about it.
Right, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So it was all about healing your inner child. Yes. What age are you going back to heal? Because a lot of people don't understand that. Like, trauma started at a certain age. So what age was that?
I definitely feel like it was around 8 years old, like I mentioned in a song. Because I went through sexual assault at 8, but I didn't realize what it was until I got older. You know, when you start experiencing stuff and, oh, this is this. Like, this is what happened to me. That's not right. Yeah. So, inner child, I'm not gonna lie. I just woke up one day, and I think I was in that moment of making that song, I was just tired of my own shit. Like, sometimes you just, listen, the first step in healing is pointing at self. Yeah. It is pointing at self, because some situations that I've been in, like, not gonna say that I deserved, like, some of the bullshit that happened to me, but some stuff I put myself in that situation when I knew better. And I used to play victim. Like, I never wanted to see where I was wrong in situations, but I promise you, I think it was after my little ass situationship where I realized, you know, hold on, because I knew better. So at that time, I'm just fed up. I'm just fed up. So Inner Child came about. I was at work. I was on break. And I made a song called Rule of Thumb. But when I bought the beat, it was buy one, get one free. So I made Rule of Thumb on the other beat.
Okay, buy one, get one free on the beat.
Shout out to that producer, bro. Because, listen, he killed it, y'all. I buy beats too, so don't be scared to send me nothing. Just because y'all know I'm a producer, I get on most most of the other people beats.
This is the BOGO, honey.
But listen.
Shoe Carnival. Sorry.
No, you
I quit. No offense, y'all. If y'all know me, y'all know I'm goofy, but
so
keep it rolling.
I did rule of thumb. Initially, that was supposed to come out before Inner Child. But Inner Child came about. I said, nah, this got to come out first. I sent it to you. Okay,
you did.
Shout out to Indian. Because she was one of the people that the first person, like, she was literally the first person I sent it to after I made it. I just knew. Like, I just knew from that point on. I was crying making it. But I was at work, and I heard the other beat, the free beat, and it played, and all I had, the only line that I wrote was, I tell my inner child I'm sorry for everything you had to go through. It started as a child. That's all I had. That's all I had wrote in my notes.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing a studio session, and it was one of my last sessions in K Production Studios. Because my lease was ending in May. So it was one of my last sessions. And after they got done, it was a good session. So it got me motivated. I'm like, should I do it? Like, should I record? And I was on the phone with one of my friends at the time, and she was like, yeah, just do it. Pull it out. So like I said, I only had that one part wrote. Everything else came out naturally during the session. Yeah. So I ended up crying and shedding tears because once I got to the part talking about the sexual assault, I'm like, okay, I done already hit the nail. So at this point, I can allow myself to be vulnerable.
And you did that. So.
And I did. And it was just like, do I want to limit what I say? But I'm like, nah, this is what my voice is for. Like, forget who may get mad. Forget who may feel some type of way. This is my story. So,
and it's for your healing.
Right. So after that, after I made the song, I kid you not, sent it to you, called my little sis mom. My little sister on my dad's side. That's the one who played in the video. She looked just like me. I said, I need her for this video shoot. Like, I need her. So I played her the song, and she started crying. She was like, bruh, Kimaya, this is it. Like, this is it. So I was so confident. And right after that, I text my mom. And I was like, Mama, hear me out. I made a song called Inner Child. But before, I speak on a song, let me tell you what happened when I was 8. Because I never told my mom. So my mom, like, found out shortly before I released the song. And it was because I said it happened when I was 8, but I wasn't aware until my teenage years. But I'm looking at what we're already going through at home concerning another situation of the same thing. And I seen how my mama reacted to that.
So you didn't even want to bring nothing up. Yeah.
It made me not say nothing. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say it. My mama kind of made me feel bad because it's like, why you ain't been spoke up?
Because of the way that you react.
Like, it's the way you reacted. You ain't do nothing about my little sisters, going through the same thing. So what make me think at my big age, all these years, you gonna do something about it? Yeah. And that's what it was. But I text her, and I just had to realize I'm letting her know this for me. Like, I'm putting this out there for me. I can't get upset how she react. I can't, even if she don't react, I can't get upset. Because it was so many times, I would say my mom is my main trigger. It's so many times where I wanted to talk to my mom. That's why I said no conditional love, don't feel love through hugs. My mom, she didn't give us that unconditional love. Yeah. So it's just like, this is where I'm about to start. Like, it starts in the home. It starts in the home. Like, you gotta know. So it was just me being vulnerable. And then when I released the song, because for one, how my mom responded to the text message, I ain't even sent her the song.
I wouldn't have.
So she didn't hear the song until, like, I was about to shoot the video. I guess someone had told her about it because they seen it on social media. So she came to the studio and was like, let me hear the song. So we was in there one-on-one. Played the song. She walked out halfway through the song. She didn't even hear the whole song. Like, she walked out halfway through the song. And, like, it kind of made me feel some type of way because you asked to hear the song. I'm playing it for you, but you walk out at the part where you feel like it's bad. Because I was like, she didn't believe that he molested us, left all of us hopeless, seen trust was dangerous. She left after that part. But you ain't stayed to the part where I mentioned I try not to judge my mama. Things she went through, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
I feel like me healing, everybody is going through something. I don't know what my mom went through as a child, because you as a parent, you a parent, so you know some things you don't tell your kids.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just like, I went through this, you hurt me in this situation, but I can't even judge you because I don't know your situation. And that's why I said it could have been passed down for generations. I don't really know how my mom was raised. Like, what did my grandparents, did she come to them? If they didn't do nothing, that would explain why my mom is not taking these situations. So I feel like inner child, it's real personal, man.
It's real personal.
It's real personal, and it's real because it's me telling myself I can't hold no grudge on my mom.
Yeah.
Like, I love my mom.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying, like, no way, shape, or form I'm down in my mom.
Right.
So I needed my mom to understand that, and maybe she never will until she's ready to face her skeletons in the closet.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to face mine. I gotta move on. And that's inner child. And I also spoke on, relationship problems, because just think about it. I said my mom didn't give me unconditional love, so here I am looking for it in females.
Yeah.
That's why it never worked out. I never worked on myself, so it's just me being aware and taking accountability, and that's where I'm at. That's why I feel so good about it. Like, can't nobody tell me nothing about inner child at all.
Yeah, I feel like inner child is good. So let's roll back a little bit. So, with inner child, because I like to dissect stuff.
Right.
You already know that.
Let's talk about it.
So, with inner child, you said that you were sexually assaulted at the age of 8, starting at the age of 8. I'm going to say starting because I know the story, right? So, who molested you? And you don't have to say a name.
Yeah, I ain't going to say a name. But it was one of my mom's friends.
Male or female?
Female. That's the significant part in it, because most people don't think that it can happen same gender, but it can. So I spoke on it, and it was her, and it was while she was babysitting me. It was a girl that my mom used to do her hair just like way back, way back. And at the time, I didn't know what I was doing. Like when it was happening, but as I got older, I'm like, yo, she made me do that. Like, that was sick. That was sick.
She should be in jail.
Definitely should be in jail.
Under the jail.
Under the jail. And it's the fact that I did see her again
6
when
feet.
I was like 16, and that's my mom was with me, and that's why my mom was like, why you didn't say nothing then? But it's just like facing your predator. And like the girl, like, she just kept looking at me, and then I'm looking at her, and I'm looking at her because I'm like, I know what you did. But I don't know how she looking at me like, dang, like she done grew up, because I like girls now. And that's why I said in the song.
You don't know if that's the reason why you like girls or not. Yeah,
that's why I said it made me question my sexuality. And, fast forward the situation where the shit happened again, males.
So it was both. First it started off with females, and then
it started
male.
off with female, but I always came off the gate liking females, but that just made me think like,
Is that a reason why? Does that play a significant role in you actually liking females, basically?
I think so. Like, I ain't experienced with no dude, so I don't know. But, y'all, listen. But so I don't know, you feel me? But nah, like, all the guys around me be homies. You feel me? If y'all watching this, y'all just homies. You feel me? Don't try to, cause dudes, they'll try to, you just ain't tried it. Like, come on, they like turn the nigga out. Like, I feel like I'm too.
You are very masculine, and no offense, Kay, because I'm there for you to tell the truth, baby. You look like a nigga, so I feel like if a nigga tried to talk to you, he a little sassy.
Yeah, a little sassy.
He a little sassy.
I think the only thing that made me a female really is obviously my body parts, but my voice.
And your voice can. I mean, you got Glorilla voice, so you good.
But yes, I think that's why I might like females.
It probably is.
Like, I think it is.
It could be. And well, I don't know, because you said it started out.
But I also seen the way my mom was treated.
So it made you
so
go away from the
situation and seeing my mom in her relationships, because she done dealt with somebody that was abusive. She done dealt with some stuff that we done seen with our own eyes. So it's just like, nah, I don't want this. And then, she's married to the person that violated us. So it's just like, is this what marriage is?
And that person violated you and your siblings.
Yeah.
So just was down the line.
Yeah,
like,
down the line. Complete predator. And it's just like people don't realize, like, yeah, y'all see me out. Y'all see me doing my thing, but
don't even know
what I'm
everything.
going through. And remember, I called you about that situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like, had to face that.
Remember. I'm on the phone trying to tell you, hey.
Like, chill.
Hey, let's talk about it.
And I remember you said, I understand you're triggered. So once I realized what my triggers is, because I still have to see him.
Yeah.
Like, from that one time, he's been coming around. It don't bother me as much as it did that first time, because it was so many years. Like, he had actually got locked up for some of the same shit that didn't even fucking have shit to do
with you and your siblings.
Us.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like he just got a slap on the wrist. Like, what's going on? Like, so I needed to heal. Like, all the way around, I surrendered.
And that's good. I feel like a lot of people need to surrender to their healing. And a lot of people need to understand. I'm going to say this on your podcast too.
Right.
That healing is not a destination. Healing is an ongoing journey.
Ooh.
So when people in life, they feel like that it's two things, healing and happiness.
Right.
They always are chasing it to the point to where they feel like it's a destination. And if they never reach that destination, then they feel like they didn't accomplish anything in life. But I'm here to tell people, healing and happiness is a journey. Right. And once you understand that, you know that, okay, I'm going to heal from this, but there's going to be something else that's going to happen that I'm going to have to continuously heal from. So it's going to continuously go. And that's the good part about it. So you heal from that, you're going to get triggered from something else. You're going to, something else is going to happen, and you're going to have to heal from that too.
And that's what I've been realizing, because it's not one day you'll feel okay. You'll feel perfectly fine. Then the next day you'll get triggered. You back at square one. It might not be as bad as before then, because now you know how to deal with it, because you know the healing process. Right.
So since you got your healing process down, that allows you to live a better life, because when that trigger come and that situation come, you can heal from it quicker.
So that's what I've been working on. I've been developing myself. I've been learning more about myself spiritually. Like, I've been learning a lot about myself. Like, self-discovery is good, but it hurt too. Because then you find out stuff about yourself.
The shadow self.
Yes. Like, you find out, that's why you was a shitty person. Like, that's why you was a shitty person. Most people not ready for that. Like, I feel like us as humans, we go looking for answers, and then
when you get the answer,
when you get the answer, hey, because I'm finding out stuff about myself, and I'm like,
that ain't my answer.
Dang, like, this is why I'm like that. But some of this stuff in this lifetime comes from past lives, man.
It do, and you keep on ending up here because it's not done right. Right, I need to go to that next realm.
Bro, I'm not trying to come back. It's the fact that I know I done been here before, and I'm sitting here back again. So now I'm really trying to learn the lesson.
You didn't do something right.
I fucked up in my last life.
And that's because you know what it is? The main things that I said, healing and happiness. In order to build the life you want, that life to that higher self, you have to understand that no one in this world is happy 24/7, 365.
No.
Because something is going to happen. You may lose somebody that's close to you. You may lose a pet. Something may happen to your car. You may be late on your rent. It may be something that makes you unhappy. You can't eat McDonald's no more because we found out that McDonald's got fake food. You can't have a piece of chicken because you done turned pescatarian.
Listen, and that's what most people don't understand. I know that everyone is not everyone is spiritual. They just haven't got into it yet. Well, everyone has a soul.
I feel like that everyone, this is my thing when it comes to spirituality.
Right.
I feel like that I respect everything, like religion, spirituality, because everyone has to have something to follow.
Right.
So you have that to follow, and people always ask, like, how did it, well, if this is the case, then how does this work out for me? Because it's all about it's in your mind. Right. So your mind and your tongue is the most powerful thing. What you think is what you project into your life. So if you think that this person is doing this, then this person is doing this for you in your life. Right. So it's going to come, into fruition.
And that's part of the reason why I go by Intutai now. Like, I'm intentional with my music, because I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of music that's put up, but it'll never see the light of day, because I wasn't talking about the right things. Even features with people. K Savage, some stuff with K Savage might slide and hit the block.
And some stuff gonna be
some of it is
in the
not.
vault.
Some of it is not. I literally have 4 videos shot already done. They'll never see the light of day.
And that's because, and we had our own little podcast or whatever, and we got some videos that have not hit. And I feel like it's because some of those videos don't fit into nothing that neither one of us do. It's not that it's, and some of them we had, the energy wasn't right on them. So it's like, these ain't gonna see the light of day. Like, yes, we did them, but they not coming out. And it's because some stuff ain't meant to come out. Some stuff is meant for just you. And it's for the moment.
Things be for the moment because that's how I make music. I'm such a for the moment person. Like, I made Inner Child. I was onto some other stuff. Like, honestly, I feel like I let off all my steam in Inner Child. I really haven't went through anything major since Inner Child. So it's like I found myself in the studio trying to record. What am I going to say? Like, I feel like I really just gave Inner Child my all. And it's the fact that it's doing good right now. Like, I haven't really started pushing it. And this is what this podcast is for, too. Because y'all going to hear this at the beginning.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, y'all going to hear
and
this.
at the end.
Yeah, y'all going to hear this throughout.
Even a commercial break. I'm just playing, y'all.
Y'all might. Like, we gonna get them streams. We gonna get them streams up. And that's why I wanted to create Talkz With Tu. Because when I released Inner Child, forget it. When I promoted Inner Child on Instagram, people started coming in my DMs. Like, I went through the same thing.
It's the Me Too phase.
Like, yeah, I went through the same thing. And the fact that you had courage to talk about it in your song, it made me want to speak up. So now I'm just thinking, what can I do? What can I do to create a safe space?
Podcast.
And that's what I thought about podcast. And they was interested in, coming one-on-one. I mean, I might have an audio version, too, for people who don't want to be seen. And I know that some people not going to go all the way out like me and mention, but I just want everybody has a voice. I'm using mine to the max. I'm going to speak the truth. It's just something about walking in your truth. Because now I feel good. Like, I remember when I went to a summer program in Edge Hill. And I was giving my speech. And I was talking about Inner Child. It was a couple days before Inner Child had came out. And so they asked me a good question. Like, do you think that they're going to use what you're saying in this song against you?
And who is they?
Like, people.
Of course.
Yeah, criticize.
Of course.
And I said, I remember I answered, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because what I'm putting out is what I want to be heard.
Right.
So it's just like, it's not going to affect me because what somebody look like saying something about something that I really went through. Everybody got their own opinion.
Placing judgment.
For the most part, if I'm comfortable with speaking my truth, I'm comfortable.
Right.
Like, I can sit here and talk about it all day long. Because it happened to me. Can't nobody tell me how to feel. That's even with getting shot. That's how I had to separate my friends and people who was around me. Because y'all sitting here saying, what child would have did. Y'all don't know what child would have did. Because them bullets was flying quick.
Yeah.
I couldn't even do that.
For me.
Listen, they was flying quick. So y'all talk about, I would have shot. Man, no, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. It was assault rifles and everything out there.
Yeah.
It was kids. Like, man, come on now.
Ain't nobody finna shoot back, baby. I know what I would have did.
I'm already not the enemy. You want me to shoot back and become the enemy? I didn't get no gut feeling or nothing. A lot of people ask me that. They like, was anything off that day? And I'm just like, no, it was just a ride to Murfreesboro.
I feel like you need to put yourself back there. And I don't feel like I don't feel like you have yet, but I feel like if you put yourself back there, you gonna start noticing, that was
a little weird. And
you was ignoring
I haven't put myself back there yet. And I don't know why. I don't know if I'm afraid to be like, man, I knew better. I might be afraid.
You're afraid of a lot of things that may happen. You're afraid of those different emotions. You're afraid to relive that moment. You don't want to you're okay with talking about it, but talking about it and reliving it is two totally different things.
Because when I listen to trauma, I told the people, I skip trauma.
Yeah.
I skip that on. I go straight to Soul Dance on the album. No cap. And it wasn't until I started playing for the people at school. I'm telling them, I don't even listen to this song. And because it puts me back at the scene where I feel those emotions. And I had real bad anxiety, but for one moment in my life, that was the only moment in my life where I didn't panic.
Yeah.
When I got shot. But when they told me that I was going to be okay and I can go home, everything was like cool. I was shaking and everything. They're like, you ain't been doing this the whole time. It's because I don't know. And when I remember when I got a spiritual reading one time, it was like, you need to be more confident. What's the time in your life when you was really confident? And at the time, I couldn't think about the question. But later on, I thought, when I got shot, I was the most calmest ever. And it was kind of a good thing. They responded quickly. Like,
you were in shock.
Shout out to the first responders.
Oh, I heard that Rutherford County don't play with that stuff. Not domestic violence or violence. Yeah, they don't play. They done in 2 seconds, baby.
They got there quick, and I'm glad they did because, mind you, I got hit by 2 different bullet calibers. So I got hit with 9mm in my right and a 4.5 in my left.
Why you say 4.5 like that?
Like a 4.5.
I mean,
like a 4.5, one of the big things.
You tried to do
put a little swag on it because
a 4.5.
When I told my family, they were like, because you ain't supposed to have your legs after getting shot by that. Like, listen, I'm talking about blessed and highly favored for real. Blessed.
Don't ever say 4.5 like that ever again a day in your life.
A 4.5.
A 4.5. No.
4.5.
A 4.5.
Like it's a good thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like
I got shot with a 4.5. Like, what is going on?
Listen, y'all. But I'm telling you, like, so that bullet didn't, it just went straight through, didn't hit nothing. But the 9 hit my fibula bone.
I don't even know what a fibula bone is.
It's the small bone that holds up your leg. So you know how you got the big one? It's a small one that's on the side. So it hit the fibula, cracked it a little bit. It came out on top of the big bone, which is the tibia.
Not the fibula and the tibia.
The fibula and the tibia. Hey, look, I got a little freestyle that's gonna drop soon on one of these platforms, man. While I talk about it, you feel me? Hey, but so yeah, the doctors, they was just like, yeah, we just gonna give you stitches. We're gonna give you stitches on your left. And then your right, your bone go heal up on its own. So you can go home tonight. And that was it. I don't know what I was expecting. Mind you, I'm in this big room, 6 nurses. They done stuck me. I don't know what they gave me, but I don't know what they gave me. What was it?
Morphine, probably.
Morphine, a tetanus shot. I got all that at once. While the police was sitting here trying to talk to me like, look, sir, I'm like, I'm getting stuck. They stripping my, like, I can't talk right now.
But what they was trying to ask you, I
Who
can't
shot you?
Sir.
I don't know, sir. They were trying to make it like...
They trying to be like Biggie.
Yeah, I'm like...
Who shot you?
I'm the victim. Why are you sitting here acting like I'm a suspect?
Oh, my gosh.
But it's all good. It's all good because after that, I powered up. I came back. It was really a minor setback for a major comeback because look at me now. Like,
look at me now.
When I hit June 2nd this year, I'm just like, it's been a year. Look at me. I'm in schools now. I'm talking to kids. I'm motivating kids.
Y'all, before she keep going, she definitely let me know June 2nd was her year anniversary. She was turned. She wasn't at the schools with the kids. She was turned.
Not on that day.
She was definitely turned.
Not
but
on that
she's
day.
always at school with the kids. It was definitely a celebration.
It
was like a bigger celebration than your birthday was, honey. Like,
no, for real. That should have been a solo return. That should have definitely been a solo return for this year. But we ain't gonna talk about it.
We won't.
We ain't gonna talk about that. We don't need that in April when it's set, man. Shout out to the big Aries out here because we big dogs.
Anywho, this is about her. It's not about me, so we gonna let her have it. Whatever you want to say, Kay, it's all about you. Yeah. It's all about you. So, outside of everything, we done talked a little bit about trauma. We talked about inner child. Mm-hmm. What's next for you outside of the podcasting?
Man, what's next? I got some things coming up with my nonprofit. Shout out to Fine Design. Y'all know I'm a board member. Hopefully I will be in the school programming this year. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on getting more gigs to be in the schools this upcoming
Right.
school year. I know for a fact I'm going to be in John Early again, Jerry Baxter. I'm trying to come back. I'm trying to spin back to all the schools I went through and some.
Oh yeah.
I just want to be in the community. I'm ready to start using my voice to the full extent. So a lot of community. I'm still producing, y'all. Don't get it twisted. I'm still producing.
Just not engineering.
Yeah, not really engineering like it, man. I'm sorry. I love all my clients, all my loyal clients. I love y'all, but
That's not your calling right now.
it's not my calling right now. And a lot of people probably thinking like, what happened to the studio? Nothing happened. I decided to step away. For my good, for my energy, for my peace. I closed that chapter when that lease ended in May, y'all.
Yeah.
So thank God for 6 months. I made it through 6 months, with help from everybody. Shout out to everybody who helped me. K Production Studios, it went crazy. It was a good experience in my own city. But it's time for me to move on. And now I'm focused on my music and what I'm doing now here in the community. And beats sometime. Y'all know I got a marketplace for that. So y'all just go in there and do y'all thing. I ain't really got to do too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, my music.
The
I'm
music
ready.
and the
Yeah.
kids, the community.
Right.
And what about Unchain the City? I got to ask because I was the host. Now, if it's ratchet, y'all, no longer will you
Listen.
see my face on there.
Listen, Unchained the City is still in the cut. It ain't went nowhere. It's really on me.
It is.
It's really on me.
Yeah, it is.
So it's an Unchained the City Kids edition.
Can't wait for that.
That's gonna come.
That's
from
gonna be
it.
dope.
We still gonna have the regular Unchained the City, but we gonna spend it. We gonna spend it.
Yeah, we
gonna spend it.
because she wants me to be her host, and I just want to let y'all know
Yeah,
I don't do the rat. If y'all, I be looking too. Yeah, I can't do the ratchet. But I'm not talking about the rappers. Y'all do y'all thing. It's just not my scene.
Yeah, it's not her scene, and you gotta respect her energy because she brings a certain type of energy. So we gonna work it out, but things with Unchained the City is still here. It's just really on me. Like lately, I've just been focused on self and moving at my own pace. But that's something that I still got in the cut, and we gonna do that. Like I'm gonna do a beat battle.
It's gonna be dope.
That's something that I wanted to do. Like I said, the kids, R&B.
Yeah, it's gonna be the grown and sexy. That one I will be hosting.
Yes.
And you're not gonna bring no ratchetness there because I will politely tell y'all.
Yes. So
grown and sexy. Yes.
Listen, I got a lot of things coming up. It seems like I'm always doing something. I'm always doing something new. But what I learned about myself, y'all, let me tell you. I splurge. Like I get motivated and inspired in bursts. At a time. So it's a time in a year where I might just be going crazy. And then now this the time of year I'm gonna slow down a little bit.
And you're gonna switch up on something else.
And I'm gonna power back up.
Power up.
Yeah, power up, switch
Power
up, put
Rangers.
my energy in something else. But one thing about it is I'm finally putting my energy into what's needed. So
And this is
it may be a
podcast.
different, it may be a different outcome. I'm just excited for y'all to see what I can bring to the table. And I just hope that this can really be a safe space for every guest that come on here.
Yeah.
It's going to be free. I'm not charging, but you will have to submit, a testimony, a story, or something about what you coming on here to talk about.
It's gonna be pretty dope, and I need everyone to tune in to Talkz with
Me
Tu.
too.
Yes. So let's leave off on your goals. I like
Right.
to do that.
Right.
So we talked a little bit about your goals, but your goals present, which is like in a week. What's your goal? And then 5 years.
Okay, so present, I want to make an impact. Any way I can, centering this podcast and my music. That's my goal for my music. Just to make an impact. I don't want nothing else, no popularity. I don't care about clouds. I don't care about streams. It's not that. Because truthfully, I make music without seeing a penny or seeing pennies. But
Yeah.
that's something that I like to do. It's just like when I make beats, I make some money. But music, I don't make nothing, but I still like
It's
doing
healing.
it. So yeah, so I want to make an impact with this podcast. Just making an impact, period. Being out here in the community, pull up August 5th at Napier Elementary / Community Center, I will be performing Inner Child and speaking for the Back to School Bash.
I love that.
As well. So,
5
those
years.
are my goals. 5 years. Man, 5 years. I want to be able to be sit back just seeing where my invested time leads me.
Yeah.
I want to be
Retired at 27.
More spiritually aware.
Yeah.
I want to be more
I love
spiritually aware. The world is going crazy right now, y'all. Y'all stay protected. But I just want to be somewhere, sitting comfortable. I want my siblings to be straight. Hopefully my siblings and my family can be in a better situation for what I'm doing now. Like, you have to realize everything that you're doing now is going to affect later.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I definitely enjoy interviewing you per usual. This was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was a vibe per usual. Per usual. A little bit. So you got any final?
Talkz With Tu on the way, man. Y'all go stream Inner Child. I'm going to be performing soon, man. Just stay tuned. And I want to thank Indy for coming on here, interviewing me
anytime.
For the first episode of Talkz With Tu. Because she talking to two, man.
Indeed. Per usual.
Per usual.
Yeah.
We talk every day.
Every day.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
We take some breaks.
Yeah, we take some breaks.
Sometimes.
But every 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
I would say that.
I would say at least twice a week.
But I appreciate
Check-ins.
India. Y'all make sure y'all tap in the surface level conversation. And if you a boss, go tap in on Bosses and Brunches, man.
I got
For
some
real.
good stuff coming up. I rebranded Bosses and Brunches. It's now Bosses and Brunches LLC, y'all. So I actually got an LLC for Bosses and Brunches. I kept that under. I got some stuff coming, like even merchandise and everything surrounding Bosses and Brunches. I've been working undercover. Y'all heard it here first, but I do have some dope stuff coming up with Bosses and Brunches. So if y'all are some chefs, restaurant owners, entrepreneurs, food truck owners, anything like that, come at me. No music. Please no musicians.
Please.
Yeah.
We already done did that.
We done did that.
We done did that.
We don't want that no more. It was fine.
We moving on to bigger and better things. So
Yeah.
please go tap in with India because the conversation is worth it. So make sure you guys tap in. And y'all will see this when it drop. And appreciate y'all for watching. Tap in with me. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Tell my inner child I'm sorry for everything you had to go through. It started as a child. I wish that I was stronger in situations that I had to go through. I'm trying to press it now.